genetic improvement. Also have excellent programs in meat science, and do have some international programs already on the books. An example of that, we do provide a Master's of Applied Science that is a distance program. Okay, so students can enroll in our graduate programs related to beef cattle nutrition and management and achieve a master's degree, Master's of Applied Science degree. And that is primarily distance program. We do ask students to come. We think that they need to come see the U.S., and so we ask them to come for their defense at the end of their program. Of course, faculty are always looking for good graduate students. The challenge with international graduate students is we get many, many international applications, and it's really difficult to sift through. And so having a connection at a university, having a connection at a university to help sift through those applications is extremely helpful. And the last thing that I'll mention is we do have an internship program that is currently primarily for U.S. students, but it is a 6-week training program where we bring students in, teach them about feedlot management, and then for 5 months they go out into a commercial feedlot and work and learn, and then they come back and we do a reflection, a debriefing of what they've learned. There's probably some visa things that would have to be worked out in order for that exchange to happen, but I think there's many, many opportunities for us to collaborate. The University of Nebraska is the world expert, I would say, in distillers grains. I'm quite confident in saying that we have more publications in feeding distillers grains to beef cattle than any other university in the world, and so I think that is something that we could very easily assist with as you're looking to integrate it into your systems.
Our members, Dr. Marina.
Yeah, thank you, Chair. And to be frank, I'm so excited and elated for the list of collaborations that we can have. We grow corn, maize, and we can say it's one of the major crops grown in this region, as our DG mentioned yesterday. And one thing that is prevalent on and on is aflatoxin. Yeah, there is so much aflatoxin in our product, in our harvest. And there is a time we were thinking with a professor in food science, that is Professor Ademi, to come up with a real-time analytical method for determining aflatoxin in cereals. For example, some of these cereals are used either for human consumption, and some, if they are really infested with aflatoxin, they are used for animal feeds. But we know there's conversion of aflatoxin in milk, in feeds is converted to aflatoxin, maybe I forgot, M1, which is again transmitted to human. So we were thinking of coming up with a real-time procedure which is practical and pragmatic for determining aflatoxin. So that
Go after the
Or you go together with the Vice Chancellor.
we can go together with the Vice Chancellor. Because these are real problem in this region. And DG, there's an article I read that in most cases, these aflatoxin can cause cancer. That is the time if you're exposed to these aflatoxins over a prolonged period of time, it can lead to some GIT cancers. And I think by addressing these, we can try and solve up, reduce the incidences of cancer in this region. And again, there is, for example, my area of research is anti-cancer drugs, anti-cancer chemicals. We can do also research in Meru, we have quite a number of medicinal plants, yeah, which have been used by our ancestors, great-grandparents to treat various treatments. And I saw a professor in Nairobi trying to analyze some of the herbs from their region to see whether they can be anti-cancer, anti-tumor, immunomodulation, all that. So I think we can also venture into that area of trying to identify our local plants, local remedies of treating these some of these cancers. And I think by a visit we'll see see the equipment that you have? Because I'm sure you have such equipment
Well,
for the
I'm
same.
sure we can find someone at the medical center or even at the biological science team on the School of Arts and Sciences that works a lot with biodiversity and would be very interested in learning about the native plants that you guys have here as users medicine, right? They're always more interested that works on that. Of course, it's never the ones that are like talking a lot about it because the research is usually like goes behind the scenes, right? On this but I will look into to find some
Thank you,
connections
thank you.
with the next group.
Professor Gichuki, then Dr. Mwanga, then I hand over to our colleagues from the county. They have some comments.
Thank you very much, Chair. I'm just as excited as the Dean here to hear there's so many parallels that we have. You have seen a small part of Meru County, probably the most productive. I'm particularly excited about sorghum. There's a great part of Meru that can grow sorghum that's dry. I would want us to be part and parcel of exploring the gluten-free part of sorghum and other products that Meru grows. This county is so blessed. There's nothing that doesn't grow in Meru. We have zones from semi-arid to tropical rain to what I would call temperate. So we grow crops and plants across those regions and in plenty in the one county. And we have this science and technology university here that we can actually explore the gluten-free aflatoxin. Part of the reason as a county we have a higher level of aflatoxin is because the moisture levels in our air is perfect, especially where we are. Plants that find it hard to flower, they flower in Meru because the moisture levels in the air is just right. So the aflatoxin and the control, I am particularly interested in grain storage because that's where we can stop it. It's where we can make sure that our grain, that quality of grain, storing for quality, for avoiding the aflatoxicosis happening. That I'm particularly interested in. As a vet, animal feedlotting. From here, we are in the center of Kenya, really. We are on the equator. North of here is what we call arid and semi-arid lands, where most of the livestock, I dare say 40% of livestock meat is produced. So the feedlotting being demonstrated here or even started from here so that we can impact the northern half of Kenya would be very exciting for us. Meat production, meat quality is of great importance to the animal science department where I work, and also just production. So if we can store our grains right so that we can actually impact the quality of meat coming from this side, that would be very important. I mean, and it's not just meat. Flocks of birds stop laying eggs because of aflatoxin poisoning. If we can just first of all demonstrate it first in the human food and the animal feed, then our food security would go up from a county that grows all the food and that can impact the a bit less developed northern part of Kenya. That's something that's of our interest. What we are saying is we are in the forest and we have all the animals around us, but we are surrounded by five game reserves. Yani, from here, we would not take an hour. Well, we can walk to the Mount Kenya Game Reserve, but less than half an hour, we would be in Samburu Game Reserve, connected to Shaba and to Meru National Reserve, as well as to Kora, all the way to the sea. So there's a whole ecosystem in natural resources and wildlife studies, an entire region that we can impact, but also learn from. How we would welcome the student and staff exchanges so that we can start talking from there. I can talk a lot. I know this is an initial meeting. Please allow me to stop.
Professor Cherry is a vet and is very passionate about these things we are talking about. Oh, you want to respond before?
Yes,
Okay. Yes,
real quick, just for the Americans here, could you please explain what Inyani is?
Oh, sorry.
That is.
That is my being Kenyan. Yani means all. Yeah? Otherwise,
That is.
thus.
That's
Thus.
a good one. Okay. Dr. Munya, please talk
Sorry about that.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you, Prof. I'm also very much excited after learning that there are a lot of things that we can do between us and University of Lincoln, especially in animal science research and collaboration. And as Prof has said, half of this county is actually semi-arid. And it serves, the university serves the northern half of the country. And it would be nice, even as we organize for these partnerships and the student exchange and as well as staff exchange, to look at a long-term project where we could have a model teaching feedlot system in the university, because we have a lot of land that can actually be used to, first of all, set up a feedlot system, and number two, the area of animal nutrition. Yesterday we talked about DDGs being about 30% of the animal nutrition, which means that 70% remains forage. We could also establish model systems like irrigation systems that can actually support growth of fodder, so that we can use this not only to teach our students, but also part of community empowerment, because our key mandate is education, research, and community development. So if we have these establishments within the university, it will not only help us in teaching our students, but also serving as a center of excellence that can be used to also, teach or demonstrate to the community about how they can also replicate that in their farms. So I'm excited. I'm looking forward to working together with you. Having this exchange program so that we can come over there and see what you have and see the actual points of collaboration going forward. So thank you very much. Yeah.
Thank you. I think I can call it this season out. There were designated officers that were supposed to speak from the most side.
It was the last one.
It was the last one?
Yeah.
So we can take over from the continent? Minister?
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, the Secretary. As I think our problems are finding solutions in the University of Nebraska, animal husbandry place, and the research centers here. Our main challenge here, where we want us to have research collaboration and interventions, are actually at the basic level of operations. Our main trouble here is the cancer-related issues, where aflatoxin comes on top of the list, and we suspect, not that it is evidently clear that aflatoxin would cause cancer, but we are directing it and to the counties that are leading in that disease levels. In agriculture, we are focusing mainly in 4 areas where we can have joint interventions from the university side, from our partners on the other side, and the county government. And this is on animal feeds. Animal feeds, we have very poor management of feed rods here. The only one feed rod we have, actually, it's not even worth mentioning. That's why we are not visiting there. We have it because I'm sure you have been told from elsewhere that you have feed rot here, but I'm sure Daktari will be very uncomfortable as going there. So we want to have collaboration on that front, because we know very well in animal husbandry we already have 3 factors that would help our animals get into the pedigree, and that is genetics, the good genetics, and we are working towards that very much as a country and as a nation. That is why the government is investing on sexed semen and semen that is imported to avoid our internal inbreeding through using our semen. So that is an area we can really collaborate. Another area that we would want to have collaborative research is the area of animal feeds. I don't know why aflatoxin finds its way everywhere, because recently I was told it can even be found in milk. And when you go to the dairy, they have invested a lot in testing. From farmers, they test aflatoxin levels. And you find very many farmers, their milk returned because of that. So aflatoxin is not only killing people, it is also killing our economy. And that becomes a disaster. So we want to have collaborative research so that we can have from the ground, the soils are tested, the moisture content are tested, and then we can be able to handle the issues of cancer from preventive front other than curative front. That one can be done. And we are doing this with our Department of Health. We are telling people to eat well. If you eat well, even these diseases can be suppressed. The other area that we would want us to have collaborative research is the area of animal health disease control. We have a serious menace of foot and mouth disease. And I've seen from this write-up that you are also doing well in livestock in Nebraska. So how would we collaborate so that some of these diseases we can know how we can control, we can come up with genetically with genes that can resist those kind of diseases here. Our traditional animals, the cattle here, is the small East African Zev cattle. Those ones are resistant to diseases, but they cannot give you enough milk, they cannot give you enough meat. So how can we come together to come up with a breed, like one which we like here a lot called Gir, which can give you milk, good milk, can also give you good beef. And if we do that, it will be of help to us. The other area we want you to help us, especially the university and with the other university there, is how we handle value addition to our raw products of beef, like our meat, our iron and skins. Is there a possibility of us establishing a tannery here which can handle skin and hinds, so that even as we export them to do the products which a professor was talking about, it is not exported raw, it is processed here. And we have the facilities. We have but very rudimentary. So we would want us to go into that. Finally, we have a problem of our maize, what you call corn here. If you go to our supermarkets and get a packet of unga, unga is flour, you will see all of it is called fortified. It is fortified means you are handing other ingredients to maize which is coming from our farms. So because of our agronomical practices, the traditional ones, our maize has lost the efficacy, the potentiality of ingredients that are there, such that you have to get minerals from elsewhere to come and supplement, and that is why it is fortified. What are you doing in Nebraska so that your maize doesn't need extra minerals for addition? And then we can do it here collaboratively. And the final now is fertilizer initiative. We have a lot of waste. My colleague here generates and handles a lot of waste from markets, our normal markets. And I heard the professor talking about fertilizer initiative. How can we collaborate so that instead of burning in incinerators, instead of burning our waste, can it be turned into organic fertilizer? Yes, it can, but do we have the capacity? That comes to you, Bwana Secretary. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. I'll begin from where you has left. And Meru County, we are committed in doing the value chains as Prof indicated. On coffee, we have avocado, Irish potatoes, bananas, and macadamia. And the county government, together with the national government,
we have county aggregation and industrial parks that is not far away from where we are. And this is where the value additions will be done. And we are at an advanced stage of construction, and very soon it will be operational. And we are calling upon the state of Nebraska whether we can have investors coming to do the value additions. The investors coming to do the value additions, we will be able to provide the space because the space is there, and the county government will be able to support together with the national government. Will be able to support so that we can be able to engage the international investors to come and help us do the value additions to our produce. Because currently, as it is, farmers are suffering from post-harvest loss. We produce quite a lot, but we are not able to consume. And then number two, it is the market of the value chains, the value additions that we will do. We also call upon the state of Nebraska, whether through the national government, because we are going to follow the due process in doing the value additions, whether we can be able to sell the produce to the state of Nebraska, whether we can have an international market. Then number three, it is about the waste management, just as Waziri has said. At the CAIPS, we'll be able to have quite a lot of waste that will be produced as we will be doing the value additions. Whether you can come in and help us to here in Meru, we say that it is the waste. It is the waste, especially when you peel the Irish potatoes. The skin, we say it is the waste, but it can be able to be used to produce something else. Then lastly, it is about we have MSMEs, the medium and small enterprises. We have quite a number of them in Meru, and they are actually engaged in what the Prof talked about, hinds and skin, and we have quite a number of them in Meru County, and so we are requesting whether they can also be able to visit the state of Nebraska so that we can be able to have an exchange program so that they can be able to improve on the way they are doing what they do every day. So we request for that, and Your Excellency, I have Kanana with me. I think she can be able to talk something small about the MSMEs. Yes. 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 Yes.
MSMEs for any economy, they are the backbone of the economy. In Meru County specifically, we have over 3,000 registered MSMEs, and really they are doing a lot in job creation, but they have challenges. Like Waziri has said, if they are, some of them are given an opportunity to visit the state of Nebraska and see maybe the technologies that are there, maybe those that in Nebraska can visit Meru for the knowledge transfer on various technologies, then that can help our people very much. Thank you.
You have been talking. particularly for Nebraska. Around 10 kilometers from here, the county government has got and there's an opportunity there for doing work in the university, Nebraska, Meru County, feedlot, the feedlot, and I think even kind of growing corn is a very good plan. Thank you.
Allow the youth minister. I noted that the Secretary of State also handles youth services. So allow me, Secretary.
Secretary of State, Deputy Governor, we see your political job. My name is Elias Julius. He is in charge of youth, sport, gender, and social development. We have a population of around 1.8 in Meru County, 60% are young people, 30% we have an employment level which is very high. My only request is how do we partner for us to have an active program, especially for the skills and also knowledge and empowering the youth, just as little as we are taking.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, say something, then after that you continue.
On Tuesday, on behalf of the state of Nebraska, I signed a memorandum of understanding that I asked begins with labor mobility. So we're trying to focus on that, and hopefully that will be a benefit to the young people of Meru County as well.
Thank you. I really, time is not there, but I think it has been a very, very interactive season, which is just a step. And Her Excellency, together with the Secretary, perhaps we have only two ways forward. Number one is that we need to have an MOU, memorandum of understanding, that will help us shape what we are talking about in the State Department of Nebraska, our great county of Meru, and the Meru University of Science and Technology. Is that okay? That we will set up a team to work on the MOU. That's okay.
Yes.
Number two is that as a university we have come to know this through our great county, and we really thank the governor for really always thinking about us. Most of the things we do internationally, even we got them through even the previous county government, and we are very happy. So even this one, I still feel that your team, madam, should have, together with the State Department of Nebraska, a steering committee, really to shape this, and then what we are going to do here will just fit on this. And I think that should start immediately. And I'm happy that already as a country, nationally, we have already signed an agreement with the State Department of Nebraska on how to move on from this. So we'll just be picking one and two, and then we push it forward. And let me congratulate the State Department of Nebraska. State of Nebraska, yeah. Meru is one of the 47 counties, and you are so lucky to have come to the right county. That I can tell you. Anything you want to see in Africa is actually here. And for us, we are so lucky to have got you people through our county. And please, the governor together with the vice chancellor and some people will be coming. I hope you don't mind. And so normally for us to come to US is very difficult, but will require a letter of invitation. Then it becomes very easy. I think with that, I think I'll give my team, those who are going to work in the MOU through your office, madam, and then after that we can write to them because we have their contact. And perhaps within 3 months or whatever, we can have a meeting with these people to check what is happening. Is that okay?
That would be wonderful.
Thank you. So
there are
I have
50
the
states.
Yeah.
There are 47 counties. In Kenya, there are 50 states in the United States, and you've come to the right state.
This guy is very intelligent. He learns very fast. Can we do the last agenda? I have some 2 gifts for our guests, and then a gift for our mom here. And then after that, the last agenda, we have some yogurt here. I hope so. We can take and then we can just leave.
Then, Chair,
Yeah.
Reverend will pray.
Yeah.
Then Mugambi will give us the direction from the
Oh, okay. So, but I can give. Okay. Mhm. I have some gift for you. Thank you. Thank you to friendship. I would like to come to Nebraska.
We would like to have you.
Yeah, I'll come.
Yeah.
If she allows me.
Well, it'll be a large delegation. She'll be on it,
Thank
the
you.
governor.
Yeah, thank you very
Good.
much. Yeah. Oh, for the photo. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
The governor. Excellent.
Let's see.
Beautiful. I don't know who researched this presentation. I really sent it to, well, whoever prepared this obviously researched the University of Nebraska. It looks to me like work was put into this with the University of Nebraska in mind.
Yes,
this was so.
We researched them.
Yeah. It's very clear.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Yeah. So.
I'm not let you down, but please come. Yeah. Then what else?
It's a prayer, then the Jesus Mugambi will tell you.
Who is praying? The Vice Chancellor is requesting Reverend. We'll close with a word of prayer. Dr. Mugambi, you can give the directions after they take the water. Yes, sir.
So the DG, something for you from Nebraska. You will find in here excellent chocolate.
Excellent chocolate.
You don't have to eat them all at once.
You knew you was a lady.
One at a time. So good. Thank you. And I
You are
have
too intelligent. You know ladies like chocolate.
I need all the help I can get. So I also have medallions, which I'll have for you in a minute. Medallions from with the seal of the state of Nebraska, and so I want to present you.
Thank you.
Okay. So now, sorry.
Yeah. So you pray for tea, Mugambi, before the prayer. Direct.